preparation continues for the Rangers during this final series with the Angels. And tonight, the highly anticipated return of Josh Hamilton to the lineup. Pronounced ready to roll, he begins his tune-up for the postseason in the starting lineup for the first time in 24 games. So stay tuned. Your AL West champion Rangers going for win number 90 right now on Fox Sports Southwest. The AL West champions are playing tonight against the team many thought would be the AL West champions, but as you can see by that snappy logo, it's the Rangers. They'll be playing next week and not the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Rangers and the Angels tonight in Game 2 of a 4-game series to close out the regular season. Welcome, everybody, to Texas Ranger Baseball, along with Tom Grieve. I'm Josh Lewin, and indeed, the Rangers very happy to announce that Josh Hamilton is back in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while, almost a month, Josh, since Josh Hamilton left the lineup. The Rangers are kind of keeping their fingers crossed that it goes well. He's going to have 3 games in the regular season, 2 off days before the start of the playoffs, and what a great shot in the arm it'll be if he's healthy enough to start the postseason. Hamilton
in there tonight, Vladimir Guerrero in there tonight, among others, and Nelson Cruz, one of the real hot Texas Rangers, of course, in the lineup tonight. You've got the Rangers and the Angels when we come back on Fox Sports Southwest. Try Jack's new grilled breakfast sandwich, and by Budweiser with full flavor and a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. If the Rangers do what they do 3 more times, they will get to that 92 win mark predicted way back in March by Nolan Ryan. Now that's a claw right there that dude's got.
Oh, some shades too.
And did we mention the hair? Big crowd expected tonight. It is a beautiful night for baseball. The Rangers, the division champs, fulfilling the promise that we thought that maybe we might see here in 2010. Tommy Hunter learned yesterday he will start Game 4 if indeed there is a Game 4. He'll do it right here against either the Yankees or the Rays. Still waiting on a first-round opponent for the Rangers. Tonight it's the Angels. Again, the team widely assumed would be there yet again, representing the AL West, but it did not happen. They're 78 and 81, breaking in youngsters like Peter Borges at the top. It's Torres and Abreu, Hunter and Matsui, Callaspo, Rivera, Conger, and Ibar. That's the 1 through 9 for Mike Scioscia's team. Tommy Hunter, who says he's a 6-year-old trapped in the body of a 24-year-old, on the mound for the Rangers tonight.
You won't get any arguments from us.
Nope. In fact, 6 might be on the high side. But
21 starts. He's 13 and 4. He's got one of the best winning percentages in the league this year. 7-0 in 11 home appearances, and a 198 opponent's average with runners in scoring position. One of the main reasons he is 13 and 4 has been his ability to pitch out of jams. Love to have Ranger pitchers who like to pitch in this ballpark, and Rangers have a number of them. Kobe Lewis, C.J. Wilson, Tommy Hunter, all pitched well in this ballpark.
And pitching well when the going is tough, like you said, Tom. Jams, as you called them. Likes pitching out of them, likes eating them. It's a killer combination. Bourbon, Hamilton, and Cruz, your Ranger outfield tonight. And we'll talk about the decision to put Josh right there in center field tonight. Not officially the DL, but what we all kind of assumed was the DL. He was out for 24 games in a row. More claws. More creativity on display here at the ballpark. As we settle in for game number 160. The fraternal order of the claw and antler watches on as Hunter deals to Borges and gets a strike inside corner. "79 degrees here in Arlington. Blue skies. Lights are on. And Hunter deals strike 2.
Well, Peter Borges had a nice game last night. He had a double off the wall, had a long home run to left field, and he beat out a bunt.
This time he's just going to pop one into right center. Taken care of. Easy pickings out there for Cruz.
He's a good-looking athlete. Excellent speed. He plays center field. Looks like he has some power. What a combination of talent.
You've compared him before, tagged to Hunter Pence of the Astros, and I think that is a very apt description of what he might grow up to be.
Yeah, I think he looks a lot like that. He has the same kind of instincts, the running instincts. Tell he's a good athlete.
Well, he'll play center again, and we mentioned Josh Hamilton is playing center for the Rangers, Tom. He just dives right back in there.
Well, I think it's important for Josh to play these 3 games to find out if he's healthy for postseason. I don't see how you can go into postseason and start a player for his first game back in a month. So he pretty much has to be ready to play these 3 games. And I think to get to this point, he's had to push it the last 4 or 5 days, maybe at a greater pace than would be normal. But to get to this game, he had to do it. And now we'll find out, whether or not the injections that he had and the hard work that he's put in will allow him to stay healthy and go into postseason play. Hopefully it will.
Michael Young, cross diamond, nothing but strikes so far from Tommy Hunter. And 2 quick outs.
So Josh has run the bases. He's run down fly balls in the outfield. He chose not to take batting practice on the field today. He took it inside. Probably a good idea. It would have been a little bit of a circus with people lined up watching him take batting practice. But he said yesterday he feels good. He's ready to go. And what a great boost that'll be for the ball club. Rangers have played pretty well in his absence, and I think they can continue to do that. It's just a lot easier to be the team you want to be when your best player's in the lineup.
Finally a ball from Tommy Hunter. Tommy's last start was against the A's a week ago. Won that game 10-3. They trotted him out there in relief for the first time a couple days ago. That was the original plan, make Tommy Hunter the long man, and then just kind of figured, well, rather than rush Cliff Lee back on short rest for Game 4, Tommy Hunter, who pitches so well in this ballpark, that'll be fine.
I think that makes sense too. Cliff Lee's had a full season. He's thrown well over 200 innings, and he hasn't pitched on 3 days rest. So it's asking a lot, even for someone like him, to go out and try to do that.
Makes him sick to even think about that possibility.
He's not going to have to worry about it now.
Fly ball left center. All right, Josh Hamilton, on your horse. Oh, easy, Josh, easy. Please, no diving tonight. He just can't help himself, though, right?
And it had to be right in the first inning, and you could hear the gasp from the fans, and now it's quiet as he gets up. Fortunately, he's got a smile on his face.
Well, if you're going to jump back in the pool, why not dive?
Why did it have to be in the first inning?
Well, you can see him tearing after it like the Josh Hamilton we're used to, and that, that's not the full extension he probably normally would give you if he was a reckless Josh Hamilton tonight.
No, if that was a month ago, before he was injured, he would have caught that ball because he would have been able to extend his arm, dive, and catch that ball. Fortunately, he might have still been able to do it, but he held back just a little bit, and that was probably a good thing.
He'll probably homer anyway tonight because Tommy Hunter's on the mound. That's kind of the tradition. Hunter pitches, Hamilton homers. Other Hunter, Tory Hunter, leads the team in batting average at only .283.
Josh will be playing center field the first game of the playoffs because the Rangers will face a left-handed pitcher, and that's why he's playing center field tonight. If you're going to play center field on Wednesday, you might as well get used to it in your first game back, and probably his third game back too. Easy thing would be to be a DH or maybe to play left field, but that's not what he's going to be doing first game of the playoffs, so might as well try to break him in and get used to the position he's going to be playing.
Two-one from Tommy to Tory Hunter, fouled back. A 3-2 final yesterday. Ron Washington's self-proclaimed favorite scored. 3-2 for his team. It took those 7 innings from Cliff Lee. Another save for Neftali Feliz yesterday, number 39. Already has the rookie record. He just added to it. Tommy Hunter gets his man. Runners in scoring position. That's when he just bucks up and gets it done. Andrews coming in. Then Young, then Hamilton. in at 89 and 70. And again, the big story, the return of Josh Hamilton tonight, batting third and playing center field. Anderson Young before him. There's Vladimir Guerrero just after him. Congratulations to Vladdy. Regular season game number 2 0-0 tonight. Cruz and Kinsler, Morland and Molina. Julio Bourbon batting ninth. And the guy the Rangers are plenty used to seeing out there, Tag, there's Jared Weaver.
Been an excellent season for Jared Weaver. A little bit like Seattle's great pitcher, Felix Hernandez. Average record for 13 and 12, but a real good ERA and great supporting numbers. Not many hits, not many walks, and a lot of strikeouts. Second in strikeouts, fourth in ERA, fifth in innings pitched, and fifth in opponent's batting average. So even though he's only 13 and 12, you're looking at one of the 3 or 4 best pitchers in the league this year. Tough guy to hit, strikeout pitcher with good command, not overpowering with velocity, but at times overpowering with a combination of fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and pinpoint control usually.
And you're right, the exact same record as King Felix there in Seattle. Andrews dribbles one up the middle, base hit. Claw. And the leadoff man is on. Elvis had been 5 for his last 45.
One thing Weaver has done this year has been much better at home, almost 3 runs better at home than he has been on the road. His ERA on the road is .455, and earlier in the season the Rangers lit him up pretty good in this ballpark.
Otherwise 3 wins against the Rangers though, including last time out 7-4 was that final. If Weaver gets 4 strikeouts tonight, Tag, he will take over the league lead in strikeouts. And I wonder if Felix Hernandez then would make his last start on Sunday, just try to claim that back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might do a little bit for his Cy Young candidacy. Got a balk. Jared Weaver saying, what? What did I do? That's the Mike Scioscia face we know and love. Ed Rappiano is the home plate umpire. You got a bunch of guys here who wear their emotions on their sleeves. Rappiano is one of them. Jared Weaver definitely is one of them. What?
I'm not sure, unless right at the beginning of his windup he made his shoulder go toward first base. I couldn't really tell. There's a little bit of a pause in the middle of his stretch. But other than that, I didn't pick it up.
Got a runner in scoring position right away, though. Young to right field. Into the corner it goes. It is foul. Gives us time to re-rack that balk call.
All right, he's looking for a sign. He starts. Unless he did a little hesitation right at the beginning of it, I'm not sure, but I will go ask Mark Gubasaw and Steve Busby, 2 pitchers who are analyzing the game tonight, see if they saw exactly what it was. I'm sorry I didn't see exactly what it was.
We still love you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm letting people down.
Jared Weaver didn't see it either, so
that's right.
You got company.
Mike Scioscia and Jared Weaver didn't see it. How could we see it?
Hamilton on deck. I'm sure he'll get a nice ovation when he comes up. It'll be his first at bat since September the 4th. See if there's a little movement towards home plate or not here.
If it is, it's right there. That's there it was right there. That's when the umpire called it. That was the little hesitation that I talked about when he started it, but it was so minute. I don't know how the home plate umpire could have seen it, but it was there. Ed Rappiano saw it. That's how trained the umpire's eyes are to see something like that. watch when the umpire calls it, and you'll see exactly when it happened.
He's staring at him.
Right there.
Yeah.
That little hesitation, you can barely see it. Boy, umpires are unbelievable.
Jared Weaver's pretty good, too. Strikes out Young. Here comes Josh Hamilton. If he hits his first one on the upper deck, I mean, come on.
I hope he doesn't even swing at the first one.
He swings, and it's a foul. 361 batting average for Josh Hamilton. Our Geico quote, he says he's fired up.
That's exactly right. Circumstances are different. Normally, I mean, I don't know. I would say a week or 10 days more would be comfortable. He's got to jam the recovery into a shorter period of time to get ready for today, get ready for the playoffs. He doesn't have a choice.
Over by the stands, it's coming back. Well, my wise man once said, we haven't the time to take our time. And that's pretty much where Josh is.
That's exactly where he is. Doesn't have a choice.
Fouls out in his first at bat, coming back. Let's see if Vlad Guerrero can get something done. Vladdy doing to the Angels what he used to do to the Rangers, which is, of course, only fair. He's got 16 runs batted in against LA this year in 16 games played. And overall, 114 batted in, fourth best in the league. Big game for Big Bad yesterday, hitting the ball hard all 4 at bats, and he ended up with 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. Drove in Nelly Cruz twice, and that was the difference in a 3-2 game. On the ground to third, and Callaspo will take care of Vladdy to end the inning. Leadoff single and a contested balk, but nothing else. No score at the end of 1. That first inning fan cam and see who's enjoying the game in a cold Budweiser. Budweiser is what we do. Crowd approaching at 40,000 tonight. Many of them with Budweisers. Rangers and the Angels go to inning number 2. We go to Jim Knox.
All right, thanks, Josh. Community Corner tonight. We have Yvonne and Brenda, where they're with the Battered Women's Foundation, and then a big night for the Battered Women's Foundation, courtesy the Texas Rangers' wife. Right, Yvonne?
Yes. Yes, we thank them so much for this donation. It's going to help so many of our women and children. We are a 2-year aftercare program for when women come out of the shelters. We help them find housing and English as second language classes and computer classes, furniture, food, clothing, anything they need to set up housekeeping, anything that you and I would need, they need. So if anybody would like to help, would like them to contact bwf1.com. And there's plenty of ways people can donate and volunteer their time and donate funds, and we would appreciate anything that anybody could do to help us, and we appreciate the Wives Club tonight.
There we go. Well, greatly said. That's very nice. $17,000. You got to be thrilled. Yeah, keep up the great work. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Josh.
Thank you, Jim. Tommy Hunter with the 1-1 to Matsui. Chopped on to second. Kinsler spins. Got him. Tom, where are we tonight in terms of approaching a record for baked goods? Are we near it?
I think we're just about over our record for sure. We've had like 9 or 10 the last 2 nights. I've got about 5 or 6 to talk about when we get toward the 3rd inning tonight. We've had a couple of sopapilla cheesecake entries tonight in the baked goods derby.
We really should be supplied with blue ribbons and red ribbons to hand out.
Well, the people that brought it all deserve red ribbons, that's for sure. And there were a lot of appreciative people. Tonight we had so much, we sent it all over the stadium.
0-1 to Cayaspo.
We even shared it with the fans sitting down in front of us tonight.
Oh, they've been kind enough to give to us.
They have.
Might as well give to them.
We dropped a couple bags of cookies on them and a big, huge container of stuffed jalapenos. When you come to a game, you don't expect oatmeal cookies and stuffed jalapenos.
We literally just opened the window and dropped it on them. Here's your sopapillas, guys. This is a tough guy to strike out right here, Alberto Cayaspo. Statistically the 2nd toughest in the league. I think the Angels up and down their lineup, Tom, they do have contact hitters. Just a lot of the contact this year isn't doing much for them. Last year they had that game where everybody in their lineup hit 300 or better for Mike Scioscia. As we mentioned this year, Tory Hunter leads the team at 283. So they went from 9 300 hitters in their lineup to no 300 hitters in their lineup with a lot of the same cast of characters. There's some contact in Cayaspo. We mentioned tough to strike out. Tommy got ahead of him, but could not finish him off. We're talking about contact time, the Rangers. That is one major improvement that they made from a year ago. Last year, the Rangers struck out 1,112 times. And this year, they're not even going to strike out 1,000 times. So they basically shaved a strikeout per game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And a lot of guys have improved in that. I'm sure it's something that Clint Hurdle has stressed starting from the beginning of spring training. Situational hitting, making contact, especially with men on base trying to move them around.
Strike 1 to Rivera. Looks like the Rangers will end up leading the American League in batting average this year. They got a 2-point lead over Minnesota right now. Right now they are 4th in ERA. Probably the best they can do is get to 3rd, but still we're used to seeing them 12th, 13th, or 14th. So 3rd or 4th, that's great. Surprisingly, fielding percentage, the Rangers are bottom of the pack there, or towards it anyway. They are 11th. Yankees, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, the top 3 in fielding, and not coincidentally, they're all going to the postseason.
Yeah, and when you look at fielding percentage, it's based, it's based on a lot on how many errors you've made. But still, even with the errors that the Rangers have made, day in and day out, you still see some really nice defensive plays being made. See the double plays that Elvis and Ian turn in the infield, the balls that the outfielders run down to save the pitcher's runs. So there may have been some errors, but I think still day in and day out, the team makes a lot of plays.
Nelson Cruz, as if on cue, comes on in to make a play. Hank Conger comes up next. Now we'll keep an eye on the scoreboard tonight as again we try to figure out who the Rangers will be playing next. Tampa Bay is losing in Kansas City again tonight. And it's 1-0 on to the 3rd. The Yankees and Red Sox are delayed at Fenway tonight. Inside the switch hitting catcher. And the Angels a 3-2 loser yesterday. 13 of their last 26 games have been decided by 1 run. They were on the short end last night. Jammed him. Another chance for Nelson Cruz, or will it be Hamilton? Hamilton cuts in front, makes the catch. No score. Rangers and the Angels tonight. Bottom 2 coming up. ALCS at the ballpark will go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. Also, luxury suite rentals available for the postseason games coming up. Call 972 Rangers or order online at TexasRangers.com. Nelson Cruz is at the plate. Rangers and the Angels scoreless tonight. Game number 160 out of 162 to be played in the regular season. Only twice, Tom, have the Rangers won more than 90 games in a season. They did that in '99, went to the playoffs. Did it back in 1977, and they did not go to the playoffs.
I remember that season well. That's the year Billy Hunter took over the ball club. The team played great. Last 2/3 of the season, unfortunately, Kansas City played better.
4 different managers that year, and there were 17 Rangers shutouts that year.
Wow. From
the pitching staff. That's an all-time team record. In for a strike from Weaver. Upstairs, 3-2. That 77 team, 94-68 actually, but they finished a full 8 games out. Jared Weaver now just 1 strikeout away from tying Felix Hernandez for the AL lead. And up comes Ian Kinsler.
That's an example right there that you can still throw a pitch right down the middle of the plate, and there's no guarantee the hitter's going to hit it. A lot has to do with when you throw it, your other pitches, whether he's ready for it, your delivery, the deception in your delivery. A lot of reasons why some pitchers can throw that pitch and the hitters don't tee off on it, and others don't seem to get away with it as much. But Weaver has the kind of delivery where he hides the ball really well. And the hitter, I think, has a little bit harder time picking the ball up against him than other pitchers.
Yeah, Weaver now is tied with King Felix. 232 strikeouts apiece. Weaver struck out as many as 11 Rangers in a game. His last 28 innings now, Tom, you're talking 2 walks, 27 strikeouts.
That's pretty good.
Yep, so he's not slowing down, even though the Angels are out of it.
And he's got more strikeouts per 9 innings than Felix Hernandez does. Felix has, 240 innings or 250 innings. So if Weaver inches ahead of Hernandez, he will have earned it.
Morland makes contact, but Borges is waiting on him.
He will have had fewer innings and I think 1 fewer start, maybe.
You are correct, sir. And I am correct by saying there's no score at the end of 2. For 15 minutes can save you 15% on car insurance. And by AT TEX, rethink possible. Crowd should push towards 40,000 tonight, the Rangers and the Angels, and fireworks after the game tonight. The Angels need to win out to be a 500 team this year. If the Rangers win out, they'll have that predicted total of 92 from back in spring training. Right now, they're 11 games up over both the Angels and the A's. First time in the history of this franchise, Tom, they've been as many as 11 games up. Ibar, a swing and a miss. And this is the guy that, boy, just a week after being checked out for a hernia, almost did some exploratory work on himself yesterday. A pitch that came in and hit him in a, well, not too comfortable area. He actually swung at the baseball, leading to some levity. Not wasn't that funny for Ibar when it happened.
I think he's the only one that didn't think it was funny.
The rest of us did, but only because we knew he was okay.
Exactly. He wasn't hurt. Otherwise, no one would have laughed.
But even his teammates after the game were giving him the business. About his business. Solid shot of a home run yesterday for this guy, Peter Borges. That was off of Darren O'Day to tie the game. That's okay, just made a winner out of Darren O'Day. Rangers got the lead right back. Too bad that Cliff Lee did not get the win yesterday, Tag, as well as he pitched. But I think the greater story there is, in fact, he went 7 strong innings.
Yeah, he pitched an excellent ball game last night. No walks, 8 strikeouts. Used all his pitches.
And saying that
with less than 100 pitches.
And saying that back injury is old news. He's fine.
And he's also going to have 5 days now between that start and his first playoff start. Extra days rest, so it works out perfectly.
Borges was ahead 2-0, but he grounds out. Another good sign here, Tom, how Tommy Hunter looks so far.
Yep. And Thomas pitched pretty well his last few times out. He's had a win in his last start at Oakland, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run. Didn't walk a batter. He had a loss 2-1 at Seattle, 6 innings, 6 hits, gave up a couple of runs. And then he had a win against the Yankees here, 5 innings, 6 hits, and 2 runs. Tommy only threw somewhere around 75, 76 pitches in his last start in Oakland. So he should be well rested. He'll have extra rest between now and the start, which for him would be the 4th game of the first round.
Two and 0 to his tourist now. Rough year for his tourist. He missed 77 games due to injury, 3 different injuries. He had a great year last year. That one a bit outside and up as well, 3-0. Rangers have but 1 hit so far. That was a leadoff single by Elvis Andrus. Weaver retiring 6 straight after that, even though he balked Andrus to second. But one thing I will say, Tom, as we head to next weekend, 8 days away from showcasing this beautiful stadium on national TV, this field looks great.
Yeah, the field has never been better than it is right now. The best it's been all year.
It will look good on primetime television. Hunter fighting back to get his tourists. It was 3-0, comes back to make it 3-2. Gets him on a ground out. That's 5 straight for Big Game Hunter. color coordinate their ballpark attire with the team. The activation of the Rangers jersey alert. Get the scoop on the next game's jersey color by going to TexasRangers.com/jerseys. Benji Molina takes, and we're hoping this is going to be about a 16-pitch at bat here, because Tom Grieve has a lot of people to thank tonight for bringing up a lot of different things.
It keeps coming, too.
This will not be the 16-pitch at bat, and will end at 2 as Molina pops out, the former Angel.
Well, let me start.
Alrighty.
We have a very devoted fan in Hillsborough, at least one. Nelda Tidwell. She's here tonight with several family members and friends. And Nelda Tidwell made us a delicious and scrumptious sopapilla cheesecake. I brought it over to Victor Rojas and Mark Gubasaw next door, and they grabbed the whole thing and ate the rest of it. So thank you very much, Nelda. That was a big hit.
Bourboin with a bunt pushed up to third. Not able to get it done this time.
The only reason he wasn't able to get it done is Callaspo sensed the possibility of that bunt, was playing shallow and got a good jump on it, and it makes a beautiful play to go along with it.
Up comes Elvis Andrews.
Marion Leslie is 93 years old. She's a huge Ranger fan. She was out here on the 4th of July recovering from surgery, and her family wants us to know that she's doing fine. A big welcome from the Rangers to Marion Leslie. Glad you're doing better.
I got a big thank you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'm a loyal fan named Shasta Dunklin. Heard me yammering about Raisinets the other day, so by golly,
she sent you some?
I got some Raisinets. Thank you so much. Elvis Andrews, line shot right field. Shasta says she named her little Shih Tzu puppy Kinsler.
Whoa.
So,
I thought you were going to say she named him Raisinette.
Well, that will be for me to do. 0-0 into 3. On the mound, 7:05 game, and as he tries to get to win number 15, he'll be matched up against Irvin Santana, who's already got 17. Then the regular season finale Sunday with the pregame Claw and Antlers parade before the 2 o'clock game. The parade's at 1. Bring your claws, bring your antlers, and see you there.
We got a nice poster from Mrs. Stovall's 6th grade math class from Madison Middle School in Abilene, Texas. Thank you very much from Juanita Stovall and her 6th graders. Very nice of you to do that.
Bobby Abreu, who doubled last time, will take upstairs. Abreu, Hunter, and Matsui in the top of the 4th here. And 5 in a row set down by Tommy Hunter. And looking like 6 in a row. It is Bourbon in left tonight has got it.
Rachel Scribner from Madill, Oklahoma on Lake Texoma sent a home run cake. I think you tried a piece of this, Josh.
Yeah,
the pineapple
good.
banana coconut cake. Wow. She wants us to give a shout out to our troops. No problem. Thank you, guys.
That cake
and girls.
That cake's like a pina colada in cake form.
Ooh. The Holland family from Cross Plains, Texas. They sent up I think that was a sopapilla cheesecake of some sort as well.
Tory Hunter drives it. Nellie Cruz is back. This ball takes off and goes. Tory Hunter, who struck out in the first, homers here in the fourth. Ball is tossed back on the field. It's 1-0 LA. Number 23 for Tory Hunter. And the very first pitch that he saw from Tommy Hunter. Well, the home run ball occasionally has been an issue for Tommy. Wasn't that way in his first several starts. In fact, that was one of the big stats, that he allowed only 1 home run in his first 34 innings this year.
And that was a cutter that got a lot of the middle of the plate. Tory Hunter put a good swing on it, went the other way with it, ended up hitting a home run. Raymond Shirley was 91 on July 16th. Couldn't make it to the ballpark that day, but he's here tonight with some grandchildren, some great-grandchildren, some cousins and relatives enjoying the ball game. He watches or listens to every game, so a belated happy 91st to you, Raymond. And last but not least, Jerry Cremine. He was the man that we met before the game that sent us
all the cookies,
a couple hundred cookies and a couple of hundred stuffed jalapenos.
Wow.
Thank you very much. We passed those all around the stadium. Thank you, Larry. Hope I pronounced your name right.
Matsui, a bouncer to first. Morland takes it to the bag. That'll bring up Alberto Callaspo. Well, Tex, since I won't be in the booth with you tomorrow or Sunday, and I know you're probably going to say this both days, and we've hinted at it already tonight, but we're feeling the love this year more than ever. With the way that the fans have reached out to us, we can't tell you how much that means. It's totally unnecessary. I mean, we're supposed to be here for y'all, not the other way around. But thank you very much.
It's become a huge part of our broadcast, and we appreciate it. And so do so many people around our booth up here who stop in every night to see what we've got to offer in the way of treats. So we appreciate it very much. Not just the treats, but the thought behind it, and the fact that you enjoy Ranger baseball. That's the most meaningful part.
Treats are nice for your taste buds and awful for your waistline, and that part's fine, but you're right. It's the thought that counts. 0-2 to Callaspo. They'll curl that towards Bourbon. Tommy Hunter is out of the inning, but a Tory Hunter home run to the opposite field has made it 1-0. Angels on top. Bottom four in time for your trivia question, brought to you by AT&T. The only 6 players to be on the playoff roster for the 3 divisional series the Rangers have played in. 96, 98, and 99. Answer coming up soon. Rangers heading to their 4th ever ALDS. And will start on Wednesday on the road. And tuning up, Rangers taking on the Angels tonight. And this is a good tune-up. I kind of like the way this happens, Tom. The Rangers have Weaver, Santana, and Herron to deal with heading into the postseason. That'll get you ready.
Yeah, you're going to see some great pitching for sure. The same 3 pitchers the Rangers saw when the team was in Anaheim on the last road trip.
It's a great shot right there. You saw Chuck Greenberg behind Josh Hamilton. Off speed, and it's now 2-2. The only Ranger hit so far was the one to lead off the ball game for the Rangers, Elvis Andrus. Base hit right up the middle. Taken for a called 3rd strike. And as the fans moan about that, they'll change their tune in a minute here because they're going to want to cheer for Josh Hamilton.
I don't know if it was a strike or not, but if it was a perfectly located fastball on the outside corner.
Josh right now, Tom, hitting .360. He's got 40 doubles, 30 homers, 97 runs batted in. The last American League player to do that was Lou Gehrig, 1934. That should win you some MVP votes, I would think.
Yeah, and then you're the most valuable player on your team that's going to postseason play. That shouldn't hurt your chances.
.635 slugging leads the majors, and in terms of batting average, he's way out in front in the AL. .360, having fouled out in the first inning tonight. Second is Miguel Cabrera, whose season is over. He's at .328. Weaver stabs it, fires off balance, and gets Josh. So he's yet to hit the ball out of the infield.
No, but he's had to dive in the outfield.
Right.
And then on that ball, he had to sprint to first base after taking a full swing and not really making solid contact. You can see the torque that delivered, kind of a test to the injury, and then sprinting out of the box. So if, he still has that look on his face, so far so good. Not going to play the full game tonight. He'll probably get one more at bat, maybe in the, let's see, this is the 4th, maybe the 6th inning. He'll get another at bat, and then that'll probably be it.
Vlad Guerrero against his old team. Used to drive in runs to back this guy that's on the mound, Mr. Weaver. Next home run for Vladdy will be his 30th of the season. Oh, and he was going for it right there, too. Just didn't get it. Rolled to first. And Weaver definitely in mid to late season form here. A one-hit shutout at the end of 4th. players who have been on the playoff rosters for the Rangers in the 3 previous division series. Here they are for you. John Burkett, Wando, Rusty Greer, Mark McLemore, Danny Patterson, and Pudge. Mark McLemore, whatever happened to him? Right, Daz. I forgot. That's right. You'll see Mark McLemore after the game on Rangers Live, and a lot of fun, man, to be along for this ride right now.
It really is. Just watching, in the pregame, we showed the celebration from Saturday when they clinched, and that just brings back an awful lot of memories, a lot of fun, and I'm just happy to see these guys be able to go through that.
1996, Ranger fans will remember things were not wrapped up real easy. These Angels made it kind of sticky.
They did. They were a very good ball club. They made us work for it, and we earned it, but they really made us work for it.
On the ground, a short. Andrews is there, and he's got Rivera. What are some of the memories you have, Mac, from that first one? Because I know you've had more recent ones, obviously, with Seattle, but you go in there in '96, and that day or two before it got going, why was it different than other series, just mentally?
Well, actually, it went further back than that. It was probably right around mid-season, and we felt that we were going to win going into that year. And I think all of the talk about all the Texas teams in years past fading in the second half, that's probably my biggest memory, because we finally called a meeting, I guess somewhere around July, end of July, early August, and just said, hey, we can't worry about all that because none of the players that were on that '96 roster were on any of those other teams. So Exactly. It really had nothing to do with what we were doing at that time. So just remembering that, how we dealt with it, and just got past it.
Don't you think, Mac, that the more talent and the better pitching that you have, the better you can withstand the second half in the heat?
Absolutely. That's what it boils down to. It boils down to talent and who plays the best baseball. So that's all we focused on. Concentrate on just going out and playing our game. And our game then was a power game. We played it very well and just didn't worry about anything other than taking care of what we had to take care of day to day.
Conger is out. It brings up the man who hurt himself by swinging at a pitch yesterday, Eric Ibar. That never happened to you, did it, Mac?
That never happened to me, but Tag, you might remember this. We had a player that got hit with a fastball.
If it's the same one you mentioned, Pedro Martinez was pitching?
Yeah, that's it.
I do remember that.
Ruben Mateo got hit right in the chest with a fastball, and we were like, how does that happen?
Well, you're right, because it's one thing to be fooled by a breaking ball, but a fastball, you should be able to pick that thing up. I remember the look on Pedro's face, like he couldn't believe what he'd just seen.
Pedro wanted to fall out right there on the mound laughing, pretty much like we did in the dugout.
Yeah, I think, he had to take at least a few seconds to make sure Ruben was okay, because that wasn't a breaking ball. It was a pretty good fastball.
Pedro fastball at that.
Cruz comes in and grabs it. Mac, going to stick around for another batter or two here?
Let's do it. We're going to score some runs in the bottom half.
I like your style. 1-0 LA. plays here tomorrow. Kansas and Baylor, the featured game at 11 a.m. on Fox Sports Southwest. We're underway in the bottom of the fifth. And strike one swinging to Nelson Cruz. We're on the air here, and there's Mark McLemore, and it looks like antlers coming out of Tom Greaves' head.
There he is. Thank you. Max got the flag. I got the antlers.
And Nelson Cruz has the pop-up into shallow right. Tory Hunter makes the call and the catch. Mac Jared Weaver, a leadoff single allowed, then a balk that seemed to make him all flustered, and there have been no problems for him ever since then.
Well, that's what makes Jared Weaver quality, a top-notch front-line pitcher. I mean, you know, he got off to a rough start, albeit, and just shut everything down, kept his composure, and didn't let things get out of hand, especially with this explosive lineup. And you can't be as good as he is by not having gone through some things and been able to really control them. And he's done a tremendous job of doing that tonight.
There's ball one to Kinsler. So, Mac, what's the plan post-season coverage-wise? You going to be rolling around with this team next week?
I don't know if we're on the road or not just yet.
But even if you're not, you're watching, huh?
Well, we'll be covering it. We'll be doing pre and post on 21, and I believe Fox is also doing a post game. But I'll be doing the pre and post on TXA 21. So hopefully we'll be able to go on the road the first couple of games with the ball club and do the show from there. I'm just not sure if they've made that decision yet.
Well, tell them to hurry. It's next week.
I know.
You got to pack.
I got to pack. It's been a long time since I've had to pack. I think I forgot how to do that.
Tom's good at it. Tom, you can hire Tom.
Yeah, that's not my favorite part of the season, but you do develop a system, that's for sure.
I need to borrow your system. I'm still terrible at it. There's a ball to Mitch Morland. One road trip this year, 10-game road trip. You know what I forgot to pack was ties.
Not good.
Just needed to go buy 10 of them.
That's all.
Not that big a deal, I guess.
Who was it on your team? I think it was Mike Henneman, who used to pack a suitcase, leave it in the clubhouse. The clubhouse kids would wash it and repack it, and he'd take it on every road. Was that Mike Henneman that did that?
That was Hitty. We probably had a couple of guys that did that. I know we had a couple of guys that would only take a couple of pair of jeans on the road.
Morland to center. Borges is back. It is gone to tie it up. Somebody's got to play first base next week. Somebody's going to get famous. Mitch Morland is campaigning for that with his 8th home run of the year. You hit it out dead central against Weaver. That'll open some eyes.
Yeah, especially the way Weaver's throwing today. Well, he grooved one, and he took advantage of it. Beautiful swing. Great result.
It's called not missing your pitch.
Exactly.
You'll have a lot of times where a pitcher will make a mistake, but that hitter doesn't capitalize on it, and this isn't one of those times.
Weaver had retired 13 in a row. No, you said you'd get the Rangers some runs.
I did, didn't I? I did.
There's one.
Mitch must have been inside listening.
Up on the hill to tie it up. 408 feet. Now Molina sends one towards the crowd. And again, the Rangers don't know where they're packing for. It'll be either Tampa Bay or New York City. Tampa Bay losing tonight again. It's 4-0 in Kansas City in the fourth. How about that? Bruce Chen shutting them down.
Yeah, they're not swinging the bats very well right now. Kevin Longoria missed some games.
You know, Tag, I think what's going on with Tampa right now is that they played so well to stay where they are and to climb back in this race. I think they're just exhausted mentally right now.
Molina was Molina was down 1-2 with a base hit. And up comes Julio Bourbon. So, Mac, what's your take on the Yankees? Are they a fully functioning team right now?
I think they are. I think they'll be ready to go come Wednesday. The Yankees are just a professional team. A team full of veteran players. They know how to get themselves prepared. for the big show, because they're basically on that big show every day. And it just doesn't surprise me that they're going to be ready.
I forget who said it, but I think it's so true with the scrutiny that you get in New York game to game. Somebody said it's like playing 162 one-game seasons. That every game just means so much.
I would have to agree. I mean, that's just, that's the biggest stage in baseball. And if you're not ready, they're going to let you know about it. And they're going to let you know about it before that game is over with.
There's that update we mentioned, 4-0, and they're still waiting out the rain at Fenway. Bourbon, little bloop. And that is caught. Ibar makes that catch. Mark McLemore talked to you after the ball game tonight. Thank you, buddy.
You got it. We got one run.
Good one, Matt.
All right.
Mitch Morland hit it out. We're tied 1-1. Brought to you by Corona, who invites you to find your beach. Pitching change to tell you about in just a moment. This game tied at 1. First we go to Jim Knox.
All right, thanks, Josh. Look who we have here. Rob Matwick of the Texas Rangers. Big news from the concessions. We got the bypass lane. What's this all about, Rob?
Bypass lane is something we're test marketing here at the ballpark with our partners at Delaware North. It's a concession option for fans who have smartphone technology. You can go to bypasslane.com and pre-register before you come to the ballpark. When you get here, you can call up the menu for the 4 concession stands where we offer this. Place an order while you're still in your seat, pay for it, and then when the order's ready, we'll send you a text message back to tell you it's ready. You go up to the concession stand you ordered from, and rather than waiting in line, the beauty of this is there's a dedicated freestanding line called the bypass lane where you go pick up your food without having to wait, 10 or 15 people deep for your food. So you don't miss the game. I mean, that's one of the key things to this. You sit there from your seat, place the order, pay for it. We text you when it's ready. You come pick it up when you're ready to pick up.
You got to love technology. Great idea, and that's coming. It's in play right now, right?
It is. We actually, Round Rock was doing it. We're the first major league club to have it at a ballpark, and it is in play at 4 concession stands on the lower concourse. You can go to bypasslane.com to learn more about the technology.
Very good, Rob. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Josh.
It's like a toll tag for tacos. Very cool. Thank you, Jim and Rob. More and more fan-friendly. Dustin Nippert is that new pitcher that we mentioned. Tommy Hunter ends up going 5 innings in his tune-up, 60 pitches to get through 5 innings. That's nothing. 41 of those were strikes. Allowed an opposite field home run to Tory Hunter. That was the only Angel run. No walks, 1 strikeout. And I think that's kind of what Tommy Hunter's all about, right? Just that pitch-to-contact thing.
Yep, and, it's 3-4 solid starts in a row for Tommy. It was a good tune-up for postseason play. 4 starts ago, he faced the Yankees in this ballpark. That's could be the team he would face. Tommy's first start of the season was against Tampa Bay in this ballpark. That was a complete game, 117 pitch outing when it was about 100 degrees out, a day start. So he's had a good start, at least one, against both of those potential playoff teams.
Nippert strikes out Borges.
Good fastball.
And an out to begin the 6th inning brings up Myceres Torres. Rangers tied it on a Mitch Morland home run. The first home run allowed by Jared Weaver in 49 innings of work. Danny Valencia of Minnesota, the last to homer against him back in August. So that's pretty impressive. There's some Nippert numbers. Wave and a miss. The Rangers have won 14 of 21. I think that's probably right about what you want to be doing heading into the playoffs. You don't want to be way up over your skis, because I think then you're due to come down for a crash landing. But just to be playing some decent baseball, 600, and actually that's 667 baseball, you head in with confidence.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you want to do. You want to be playing great baseball and winning, and at the same time you want to be peaking as far as the health of your team goes, and hopefully that's what's happening with Josh. Nelly, Ian are both well back and 100% after their injuries. Guys are having an opportunity the last week of the season to get plenty of rest. A couple of days off here and there for guys who've been out there every day, like Elvis and Michael Young. So I think everything is pointing right in the right direction for postseason play.
First walk tonight. It's Torres that collects it. Brings up Bobby Abreu. Folks, another reminder about Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, the pregame Claw and Antlers Parade. 972 Rangers to get your tickets, or you can go online at TexasRangers.com. Final home game of the regular season, then you got the playoffs with at least game 3. You know there'll be one playoff home game. Quite possibly a game 4 right after that. That's next Saturday and Sunday. The game time is still to be determined. Strike to Abreu. Still some National League housekeeping to do. The Atlanta Braves in good position to be the wild card. They are tied 2-2 with the Phillies tonight. And if they win that game tonight, they're in real good shape. They're going to force the Padres to pretty much have to win out. Padres can win out and force a one-game playoff in the NL West, too. It's a tough assignment. San Diego's got to go to San Francisco and sweep them. Well, the Padres have been shut out twice in their last 4 games.
Well, it's a tough assignment, there's no doubt about it, but at least they have the good fortune of the last 3 games of the season having the opportunity to do that themselves, not have to sit back and watch the scoreboard and see what the other team does. At least they can go there and determine their own fate, or have an opportunity anyway.
San Diego's going to have to close with a 4-game win streak to get in. Win 3 in San Francisco, force a 1-game playoff and win that. Giants and Padres play tonight. All they got to do is beat Matt Cain, Barry Zito, Jonathan Sanchez, and
Tim Lincecum. It doesn't set up very well for either team if it goes to a playoff.
Right.
Then you've pretty much spent your pitching staff, and you're really not in the shape you want to be in going into postseason play, ideally.
8 balls and 7 strikes so far from Nippert. Having to work a little harder than Tommy Hunter was. Runner goes. Benji Molina throws, puts it right on the bag. He got it.
Well, there haven't been many opportunities for the catchers over the last couple of weeks. Most of the base runners have had excellent jumps against the pitchers, and neither catcher has had much of an opportunity to throw anybody out. But Benji does get an opportunity here and delivers a good throw. I think he had a chance maybe last night and bounced one in. That one is there in plenty of time accurately.
Now the 2-2 from Nippert. Outside again. Abreu sends one deep. There's Josh Hamilton going back. There's Josh Hamilton, the one you know and love. Slam inning brought to you by Sonic. The jackpot worth $500 and dinner for 2 at Sonic. And the Rangers hitting for Carla Fickle of Runaway Bay. If the Ranger hits the grand slam this inning, we're giving away $25,000. Young will bat after Andrews. Rangers and the Angels tied 1-1. Jared Weaver, who came in with an ERA of 3, nearly right on the button. 1 run on 3 hits is what he's allowed. The Rangers have allowed that too. 1 run on 3. Both teams without an error. Both teams have stranded 2. Weaver tonight has overtaken Felix Hernandez for the American League lead in strikeouts. He struck out Young twice tonight. Andrews has hit the ball okay. A line drive out to right, and he had a single back in the first. Down the first baseline, it's fair. Tory Hunter's got to go get it. Andrews pulling in a second with a 2-strike double. Not a lot of extra base hits this year for Elvis. He's still without a home run. But an 0-2 double to set it up.
Yeah, actually hit the ball in the 3rd inning that he lined for an out to right field better than this ball. He just located this one better. Right down the line. Past Rivera. Nothing Hunter could do to keep that to anything but a double. I guess he could have booted it and turned it into a triple, but nothing he could do to hold him to a single.
Young with a grounder to short, and Elvis has to hold. Which will take you to Josh Hamilton, his third at bat. And his first game since September the 4th. Josh Hamilton has not hit the ball out of the infield yet tonight, but he has been able to show us he's healthy by doing stuff like this. Your Coors Light Freeze Camp. Josh celebrated very carefully when the Rangers clinched a week ago in Oakland. Didn't want to get in the dog pile and have people slamming him in those ribs, 2 of which are broken. Josh, remember, traded here from Cincinnati. That's where his big-time comeback began, was with the Reds. And they, too, are headed to the postseason now. Hamilton, a high fly ball. Into left center it travels. Borges has got it. Tagging is Elvis. Motors to third, and he's there. He put a good swing on it. Didn't quite get it, but now the Rangers have a runner at third base and 2 outs.
No, I think overall you have to be really happy with this performance from Josh. He's had to run hard on the bases, take some full swings at bat, run a couple of balls down in the outfield, dive for one. That's a pretty good test. 6 innings right there. I think the plan was for him to play 6 innings. We'll see if that continues to be the plan.
Vlad Guerrero, a chance to put the Rangers ahead against his old team. A 2-for-4 night last night. I'm going to put in the call right here for Vladdy.
Sounds good.
Take a big swing on 2-0. Get that 30th out of the way. Well, that's the big swing, but that's not a home run kind of pitch. Weaver had gone nearly 50 innings in between home runs allowed. Mitch Morland just hit one last inning. Two and two as Allen is shot back into the crowd. Well, the Rangers in position now where a wild pitch can tie this game. Weaver has thrown 7 of those this year. The Angels as a team have close to 80 wild pitches. That's a lot. Wild but high, 3-2. Nelson Cruz on deck. Vladdy takes a walk. The man with the most job security, managerially speaking, Mike Scioscia. Knowing that Weaver's got to face Nelly Cruz now. Nelly, since the All-Star break, Tom, hitting about .335.
who's had 3 stints on the disabled list, which have disrupted hot streaks. And we've talked about this a number of times, how well his season would have gone had he not been injured. The total numbers he would have put up, it's gone great as it is, but the total numbers would have been right up there among the league leaders in all the categories if he was able. Maybe not home runs. No one's going to come close to Bautista in home runs. He hit 2 more last night. He actually last night hit the first home run to the opposite field that he's ever hit.
It all been a left and center, huh?
Yep. And you know where it went in Minnesota?
Where's that?
It went right in that, that little overhang in right field by about 2 rows? It went right in there.
In the overhang?
Right over the flower bed.
54 home runs for Bautista. That's more than he's had in the previous 6 years combined.
I just don't know how you can figure that out. I know there was evidently a little bit of a mechanical change that he made to his swing, but come on, 54 home runs?
That's eating your veggies.
That's unbelievable.
He's going to win the home run title by 15. Nelson Cruz, had he played an entire season, he could have been looking at a 30 or 35 home run season, 110 runs batted in maybe. The injury is taking their toll statistically. Weaver still can't get it together here. And Weaver, each of his last couple games, Tom, has been 6 2/3 innings, 3 runs allowed. That includes a game that he had against the Rangers not too long ago. Right now he's at 5 2/3. And he is up too high to Nelly Cruz. Kinsler on deck. Fouled back into the crowd. Well, this crowd has gotten bigger and bigger every inning.
Great crowd.
Going to be
close to 40,000, isn't it?
I bet it's going to be more.
Final fireworks night of the year. Not to mention the return of Josh Hamilton. That had to add a few people.
2 on, 2 out, the 2-2. In the air, right center, Tory Hunter. Reaching and diving and rolling. He got it.
Boy, you could just see that coming. It just hung. He hit it too hard. It went too far. Stayed up too long.
And the Rangers strand a couple. Look great off the bat, but there's the Gold Glove artistry of Tory Hunter. Action, send in your video telling us why you're the McDonald's fan of the season. Go to fanoftheseason.com today. Some changes for the Rangers defensively. We'll get you that in just a moment. Justin Nippert is still on the mound, and Tory Hunter, who just kept this a tie game with a diving catch in right. He'll lead it off against Justin Nippert. Francour's in the game in left. That moves Bourbon to center. And Tom, as you said, the plan was for Hamilton to play 6 innings, and that's what you got.
I don't think they could have got a better test, or Josh could have gotten a better test than what he got tonight in 6 innings. He had to do a little bit of everything. So hopefully tomorrow when he comes to the ballpark, he'll feel just like he did today.
Hunter, Matsui, and Kayaspo. Tommy Hunter will get a no decision. He'll end up 13-4 this year. That's the best winning percentage in the major leagues. Hunter has already homered to right tonight. Hunter had just robbed Cruz. Now Cruz moves over to catch a fly ball from Hunter.
Yeah, off the bat, Nelly's ball looked like it was going to be in the gap. But Hunter got a great jump like he normally does. And came in and took it right off the ground. If it got by him, it would have been 2 runs. I think Vladdy would have been able to come all the way around.
Matsui slugs one to right, but again there's Nelly Cruz.
Got that ball in on Matsui's fist just enough so he couldn't launch it. Turned out to be just a soft, easy line drive to right field for Nelly. Got the ball in and jammed him a little bit.
Strike one to Kayaspo. The Rangers, by the way, in the bottom of the 7th will start it up with Kinsler and then Morland, the guy that's homered tonight.
43,149.
Crowd just buzzed in. 43,000 tonight. 149. And again, fireworks after the game tonight. Kayaspo pops it up, on that off-speed pitch from Nippert. 7th inning stretch here in Arlington. This game's still tied 1-1. just tuning in, he was tested right away, diving, but he was fine. And at the plate, big swing. The ribs seem to hold up. And then to the test, running one down, and he did it. Now as a comeback line to start the bottom of the 7th inning, Kinsler gets the very first pitch of the inning up in the air and fouls out. Cayaspo and Conger came together, and we'll show you what you missed while you were watching what you missed. Conger first almost hit Cayaspo with the mask, and then he almost steamrolled him. And it brings up Morland, who hit that home run up on Greens Hill in the 5th off Jared Weaver. Tom, we mentioned the Rangers' first base situation still a bit in flux. The original plan, Jorge Cantu against lefties. Maybe Mitch Morland finds his way in that game 1 and or 2 lineup after all.
That won't hurt.
Nope, Coors Light cold hard blast.
That Cantu is sick. In fact, I think they sent him home today. He was so sick. A number of the Rangers have been feeling that way. 8 or 9 of them, I guess. Some of them have had it worse than others. Jeff Francoeur was saying tonight that he was sick as a dog yesterday. Went home and woke up today and felt pretty good. It was kind of a one-day thing. Other guys have had it a little bit longer than that. Some of their family members have it too. Fortunately, we've been spared.
We've been sparing people for years.
Staying out of the clubhouse too.
Yeah. Saw Kirkman getting ready for the Rangers in the bullpen. Weaver's only at around 80 pitches right now, so he should be fine to continue for a little while here. Up too high, 2-2. A day after that celebration in Oakland, Morland got into the game at a 2-homer, 5 RBI effort. Did you hear about the Cincinnati Reds celebration and the reaction to that?
No.
Well, you know, they did about the same thing the Rangers did, celebration-wise. But now the Reds will be investigated by the Cincinnati Health Department because somebody called the state hotline complaining that when the Reds players lighted up those cigars, that violated Ohio's smoking ban. Drive to right. Morland again. Gone! Home run!
Boy, nothing cheap about these 2 home runs. Dead center field on the grass and over the Ranger bullpen to right center field. 2 terrific shots for Mitch in a game that's 2-1 against one of the best pitchers, having a good game tonight. But he's grooved a couple of to Mitch and hasn't gotten away with them. Those aren't the only pitches he's thrown there, but those are 2 of them that he didn't get away with, both to the same guy.
Well, just as we're talking about smoking them, that's what Mitch Morland is doing here to Weaver. Hits that one far out to right field. It is a 2-1 lead for Texas. And now Benji Molina rips one in the center. Base hit for Benji. He's 2 for 3.
Josh, watch Weaver's reaction and how quickly he knows what the result of this fastball is going to be. Watch Weaver.
Middle of the plate, and oh no.
He doesn't even have to look. That ball wasn't even out of the infield when he knew. He could tell the contact that Mitch made. Boy, that was a long one, way over the Ranger bullpen.
Mitch has had a pair of 2-homer games in the last 5 days. So again, as Chris Davis is 0 for his last 11, Cantu is 0 for his last 14. This does not hurt Mitch Morland. And again, Weaver hadn't allowed a home run in close to 50 innings. Now Morland's gotten him twice in the last 3. That ball takes off, but caught by Abreu. Bourbon is out. And now at the end of 7, the Rangers have, oh, excuse me, 2 down in the inning, my bad. Andrews coming up.
And Mitch, the other time up today, hit the ball pretty well. He lined out to center field. He's had 3 good at-bats against Weaver. Kind of waiting him out until he got a good pitch to hit, and then not missing it when he did get it. That's what Mark McLemore was talking about during his inning here. It's one thing to get that pitch, but the key is don't miss it when you get it. There'll be a number of them during the game, but you won't get a lot of them. When you do, you have to hit it.
Andrews didn't mean it, but he did swing, and that is now the end of the 7th here in Arlington. Mitch Morland not once but twice tonight off Weaver. It's the Rangers 2 and the Angels 1.
Josh, real quick time for the Ranger fan of the game. It's got to be Kevin. Check out the headwear. He's all painted up and yelling for the Rangers all game long. Kevin, why this kind of headwear?
Well, Jim, I couldn't find any antlers at my house, so I figured these were the next best thing. You know, I just put them on like this. But, hey, I just wanted to say thanks to the Los Angeles Angels for giving us Vladdy. This was the best way I could think to do it.
There we go. Well, here's your hat. Way to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Jim.
Get that in. There we go. All right, there we go. Way to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Jim. And I don't know if Jim can still hear me or not, but my last game this season, and I want to make sure I say to Jim, thanks for all his hard work. He does unbelievable stuff out there.
Josh, thank you. It's always been a pleasure. You want to say bye to Josh, too?
Thank you, buddy.
Josh and Tag, we love you. Thanks.
There we go. Well, Tag's still around a couple days. Josh, it's going to be around.
We'll see. I'll see you in the playoffs. I'll be right out there,
Josh.
Right out there in the stands with you. I don't know if I'll be painted up and bring my Viking horn or not, but here's Kirkman into the ball game, and he will get a roller to Andrews.
You could try to make an effort to be Jim Knox's fan of the game out there.
I know, but that's a TBS
coming
up.
Right, so that's right. He won't be out there, will he?
Maybe Craig Sager will come and find me. Mike Napoli will come up and hit, replacing Hank Conger. Rangers up 2-1, and yeah, everybody's figuring out inventive ways to show off their antlers. Kirkman has ascended from AAA this year and continues to prove why he was the organization's pitcher of the year. Fantastic numbers. ERA in the zeros still. 1 run allowed in a little more than 16 innings in the big leagues for Kirkman. It will be weird not being able to broadcast you and I in the postseason, but
yeah.
I would say to Ranger fans, you've got the greatness of Eric Nadel and Dave Barnett.
Absolutely.
What I'd suggest to you, and this is not a knock on the TBS guys, I'm sure they're going to be great, but turn down that TV sound and turn up Eric and Dave, and you'll get that Ranger perspective.
Well, in the meantime, we'll be able to sit out there with the fans and enjoy the game just like they do.
I'll try to hand some goodies up to the TBS guys. See if it works that way. Napoli checks and takes ball 4. Looks like Ibar is going to be called back now, too. Get another pinch hitter. Howie Kendrick has come on deck. And Reggie Willits to pinch run for Napoli. You got a guy with speed at first. Now, by the way, the Rays are now losing 7-0 in Kansas City.
Wow.
Getting out hit 12-2.
They are limping to the finish line.
Yeah, they are.
So much for their easy schedule finishing out the season.
The Yankees, meantime, delayed still at Fenway. It's coming up on
still
10 o'clock.
waiting.
Yeah. So even if the Yankees don't play tonight, they could gain. The Tampa Bay is getting wiped out. That's outside to Kendrick. Been the Mitch Morland show for the Rangers tonight. A pair of solo home runs. You know, he hit the ball well his other time up, Tom. That line drive to center back in the second.
Yeah, he did.
Elsewhere from the playoff front, the Braves are in trouble tonight. The Phillies up 7-2 in the 7th inning in Atlanta, so that opens the window for San Diego. The Padres playing at the Giants. That game will get underway in about 15 minutes. Powered into right. Willits sprinting around second base, and he'll test out Nelly Cruz. The throw goes through, and Young with the tag too late. Ball kind of handcuffed Michael.
That was one of those tough throws. If it goes another 2 feet, he might catch it in the air and make the tag. If it was a couple of feet shorter, it would have taken an easy hop to handle, and he might have been able to slap the tag down. But when the ball short hops him like this, he's got to do everything he can just to catch the ball, and then by the time he comes back down, there's not time.
Well, the Rangers have Ogando quickly getting ready in the bullpen. The right-hand hitting Peter Borges coming up. He's the guy that hit the 8th inning home run yesterday to tie the game.
I'd love to get a ground ball double play. Borges would be tough to double up because he runs very well. You have to hit a hard ground ball right at somebody.
Hitting just 198, but one of those hits was the 8th inning homer yesterday. Third baseman Young in on the grass. That first one missing. Again, Willits at pinch runner at third base. He's being whispered to right now by Dino Ebel, the third base coach. That one sneaks in, 1-1.
The reason the third base coach goes over each time in this situation is because when it's a squeeze play, many times the sign to the guy on third will be a verbal sign. And if you only go over and talk to him when the squeeze plays on, then everybody will know exactly what you're doing. So in this case, Ebel goes over there every time so that you won't know if the squeeze plays on.
The fly ball is in the right field, and Willits is tagging. Nelly Cruz loads up, fires, gives it everything he's got. It's not enough. Both men tag. It's 2-2. Nelly didn't get rid of it right away.
They made a strong throw. And it might have been a little bit closer if he was able to get rid of it. Didn't get a good grip on the ball. Right there. Just took one extra step to throw it. Unloads a pretty strong throw, though, right on the bag. Willits runs well.
Second straight night that Peter Borges has tied the game at 2 in the top of the 8th inning. And the key there, you hope it's not going to come back and hurt you. Kendrick moving up to second base. Because now a base hit from his Torres can give the Angels a lead. Nice scoop by Molina. Now the Rangers will have 2, 3, 4 in the order coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Trying to reestablish a lead. Only the second run that Kirkman's allowed in the big leagues, and it happens here tonight in the 8th inning. Well, again, trying to scrape that outside corner, and he did it. Two runs, only 4 hits for the Angels, no errors. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Texas. And a foul from his Torres with Abreu on deck. Hunter, Nippert, and Kirkman for the Rangers tonight. Weaver all the way so far for LA. Yanked foul by his Torres. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The contact hitting Meiser is Torres. Will make contact and get it right in front of Nelly Cruz again. Fields it on the second hop. Firing one more time. And again, too late. The Angels lead 3-2. Well, that walk to Napoli is what set it up. Then it goes base hit, sac fly, base hit, and the Angels grab the lead.
Not a bad pitch. Pitch is down and away. Just a nice hit by Torres. Didn't hit it all that hard, which probably worked in their favor because it took Nelly longer to get to the ball. Harder hit ball, Nelly gets it quicker. Maybe have a play at the plate.
For Kirkman, this is now a 20-pitch inning. Ogando was warming earlier. He's just kind of stopped and watched the action now. Kevin Jepson getting ready for LA. And Abreu doesn't take the bait. Kirkman's been getting behind here last few hitters. Again tomorrow, C.J. Wilson for the Rangers, a 7:05 first pitch. Irvin Santana for the Angels. He's going to try to get to 18-9. Boy, he's been phenomenal this year. Best season he's had. And what a waste, as the Angels cannot finish over 500 this year. There is Jepson for the Angels. Again, Ogando ready for the Rangers. Wow. All of a sudden, you've got the 4-pitch walk showing up, and that's going to be it for Kirkman. Restless crowd. They were so happy. That's the first time it really hasn't gone well for Kirkman in the big leagues. The Angels with a couple in. And now a couple on. 3-2 our score. Six. At some point, he had to give up a run or two. It has happened here in the 8th inning. Still 2 men on base, and the hope now is Alexi Ogando can take care of Tory Hunter. Another guy with a sparkling ERA here. Ogando at 1.34. Tory Hunter tonight has homered. That was the first run of the game back in the 4th inning. Swings at the first one, fouls it. Again, the Rangers in the bottom of the 8th. Set to bring up Young and then Hamilton's spot in the order. That'll be Francoeur now. And then Vlad Guerrero. Quickly, Ogando gets ahead. Rangers anxiously awaiting the assignment of their opponent. And it's very possible we're not going to know until Sunday night which way that plane is pointing. Got him on the inside corner. Ogando strikes him out. Now the Rangers can get busy with a comeback. 3-2, bottom of the 8th on approach. Yes, at Rangers Ballpark. Will be going on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. The Rangers also have luxury suite rentals available for all possible postseason games. 972 Rangers, the number to call, or go to TexasRangers.com. Rangers will need to rally. They're down 3-2 now, bottom of the 8th, and Kevin Jepson takes over on the mound. Got a new catcher as well. That's Jeff Mathis coming in. Got a new shortstop, a new left fielder, too. We'll introduce them in just a moment. Jepson gets one behind Michael Young. Andrew Romine in the game at short. Our first look at him. Reggie Willits is in left. He pinch ran Reggie Willits last inning, and he came in to score. It is down and outside to Young. Napoli had the walk. Willits pinch ran for Napoli, who had been pinch hitting for Conger. Michael Young hits it in the air to right. But there is Tory Hunter.
Yeah, hit a little bit off the end of the bat. Didn't quite get it.
Michael now down to a .281 batting average. He does have the 90 runs batted in. Here is a guy that just keeps emerging in terms of popularity around here, Jeff Francoeur.
Well, he's doing it for a lot of reasons. Number one, he's playing well, hitting well. Big part of some Ranger wins coming down the stretch. He's got a real nice, outgoing, positive personality. I think his teammates have taken to him.
Yep.
Fans kind of sense that as well.
I think he's got some Mark DeRosa in him. Just that upbeat, professional.
Yeah.
On the ground near third, right at the line. And Francoeur out by a couple of steps. Will bring up Big Bad Vlad. Rangers out hitting the Angels 6-5. But trailing 3-2. Vladdy with a walk last time. Otherwise, a couple bounce outs tonight. But yesterday, in the 8th inning, drove in the winning run. The Rangers won last night by the score by which they're losing right now. Lined. Goes into the camera well. Mark Lowe was very good in his Ranger debut the other night. Looks like he'll get a shot to pitch in the 9th inning.
Yeah, I think Mark is scheduled to pitch tonight and then maybe on Sunday, as the Rangers are trying to push his whole rehab along to see if he's not a candidate for postseason play.
Another grounder from Vladdy. Jepson pitches a scoreless 8th, and the Rangers will need to rally in the 9th. It is 3-2 LA on Fox Sports Southwest. Night, hoping that the Rangers now can hold down the Angels in the top of the ninth and then rally in the bottom of the inning. The Angels overtaking Texas with 2 in the 8th. And Mark Lowe, the former Seattle Mariner, will come on out there. That young man will be woken up by the fireworks soon enough. So, second game as a Ranger. Of course, Mark Lowe is part of the deal coming over for Cliff Lee, or with Cliff Lee from Seattle. They're bouncing back from a bad back. Took him a while to get out there on the mound. A strike to Hideki Matsui. Back-to-back 3-2 games. Rangers winning yesterday. They're trailing tonight. Rangers trying to get to 51 and 28 at home. The record for wins in a season in Arlington is 52. Part of the reason they've been so successful at a home tag, obviously, is the pitching. 3.6 ERA here in this ballpark. That's going to be the best ever by about a run.
Yeah, and I think that's such an important thing, because you hear so many people say that the Rangers can't win in Texas because it's too hot and the team folds in the second half of the season. Can't get pitchers to pitch here. And everything that's happened this year seems to show that the better the pitchers are, the better your team is, the better chance you have of winning. You've just got better pitchers now. And you've got starting pitchers that pitch well in this ballpark, aren't intimidated by it in any way, and I just don't think it's a factor right now.
Trumbo pinch runs for Matsui. A leadoff single here in the 9th off Low. Mark Trumbo was their best player at AAA this year. And as they look for some newfound power sources, well, that's a guy that had 36 home runs, 122 runs batted in this year. Brings up Cayaspo. And a foul back into the crowd. In the bottom of the 9th for the Rangers, Nelly Cruz, Ian Kinsler, and then the guy who's already homered twice, Mitch Morland. One of the longest versions of the wave we've seen at the ballpark in a while. And a 3-2 game in the 9th. Runner goes, and a ground ball to third. Young gets it there. They turn, and look at that. 5-6-3 double play.
That's at least the 3rd or 4th time this year where the Rangers have turned a double play with the runner going. And it takes a couple of things. The fielder has to get rid of it quickly and accurately. And then the fielder has to stand his ground. And that's a double play you won't see turn very often. The third baseman to the shortstop back to first base. Very seldom will you ever see that play.
Juan Rivera takes down too low. Willits now on deck. Well, the 2 runs scored by the Angels in the top of the 8th inning, putting the visitors on top now. Hits are even, 6 aside. Both teams have played errorless ball. A drive from Rivera into left center field. Juan Rivera hits it out. Boy, he's been hitting ninth inning homers for a long time against the Rangers. Now he gets the newest Ranger, Mark Lowe, in the book, and it's 4-2. Boy, right after the double play, too. Going to make the comeback a little more difficult now. Fat part of the plate. Didn't get out by much, but it got out. And the Angels with 2 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th. Now ahead by a couple. Jared Weaver wasn't around long enough to see this thing all the way through. But he pitched deep into the game. And pitched very well. Those 2 homers to Morland is what he allowed.
Yeah, he stands to be the winning pitcher if the Rangers don't come back in the bottom of the 9th inning. Certainly pitched well enough to be in that situation.
Looking to go to 14 and 12. If I'm doing my math right, the ERA is going to stay just a nudge above 3.
Well, he'll stay in the top 5 probably in ERA, top 5 in innings pitched, top 2 or 3. He's going to lead in strikeouts and top 5 in opponent's batting average. So a lot of the key components to good pitching, he'll be at least in the top 5, and he'll lead the league in strikeouts. So you really can't tell from the 1-loss record, 14 and 12, how good a season that Weaver has had. And top of the line all season long.
3.01 officially is that ERA, according to Eric Josephson. Willits will pop it into shallow right center. Who's got it? Oh! Bourbon thought he had it, has no idea that it's behind him. And this inning continues. Looked very harmless off the bat.
Well, what happened there was Bourbon was playing way around in left center field. And both he and Cruz had a long way to go. It's in between them. Neither one of them really took charge. Bourbon had farther to go. Now Bourbon's yelling. He gets there and just can't quite catch it. There you go. You can see it. I got it. I got it. And it goes off the top of his glove.
A supportive pat on the chest from Mike Maddox. And Kevin Romine will be the batter. One of their call-ups from AAA. A bunch of changes for the Angels late in the game. And yes, he is the son of the former Red Sox outfielder Kevin Romine. He's got a brother Austin that plays in the Yankees farm system. So here come the Romines. This big crowd will hang around either way. Got the fireworks show after the game. See if Lowe can hold him here at 4-2, and if the Rangers can somehow walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Romine's 24. College guy, played at Arizona State. Well, the last 2 innings, the Ranger relievers have had to work a little bit. Kirkman last inning, Lowe this inning. Matt Harrison getting ready just in case this inning kind of gets away. Outfield around to left against Romine. I don't think he can pull the ball against Lowe. And again for the Rangers in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cruz, Kinsler, and the man with 2 home runs tonight, Mitch Morland.
Fernando Rodney is the closer. We'll see if it's Fernando in the 9th inning or not.
Pegged out of play. Now the Rangers need to win tonight to get that 90th win of the season. I know this is all just cosmetics, but again, you're hoping they could hit that number right on the button, so everybody could say, "Yep, Nolan knew what he was talking about," predicting 92 and getting 92. Outside. Boy, we've sped through the first 7 innings of this game, and we have crawled the last couple. A shot to have the 3rd best record ever in these 2010 Rangers. Three-two pitch. Got it. And now the Rangers will have their opportunity. Bottom of the 9th. The Angels on top by a couple. They've got to come back in them here in the bottom of the 9th. The Rangers have some bottom of the 9th heroics this year. They're trying to get it done here against Fernando Rodney. Hard thrower, but has blown 6 save opportunities already this year. He has allowed 4 home runs. Former Tiger closer saved 37 out of 38 a year ago. And actually, he was brought here to be the 8th inning guy. Brian Fuentes dealt away. Rodney now the closer. Those rally caps are out and on. And if there is some mojo in them, this is the time. It's a very excited Ranger fan right there.
That poor little baby has no idea what's about to happen in about the half an hour possibly when the fireworks start.
Say Nelly Cruz. First one is ball 1. That's the one that Nelly swung at and struck out on and won the ball game.
Well, you can only use that. You can only use that play in certain situations. Doesn't work quite so well right now.
That one closer to the mark. Now 1-1. If the Rangers do not rally, once again the Angels will be within 10 games of the Rangers, but obviously it's far past impossible for that to mean anything. 2 games to go after tonight. Next up, either the Yankees or the Rays. Games 1 and 2 will be on the road. That much we know. Just don't know where. The Tampa Bay Rays getting clobbered tonight. 7-0 in Kansas City. A little Tapper foul. They are still waiting in Boston to perhaps begin that game. That would be a 3.5-hour rain delay right now.
But if they don't play tonight, I guess they'll come back and play a day-night doubleheader tomorrow?
They'd have to.
After being at the ballpark all night.
Such a comfortable clubhouse to just hang out in for hours.
Really? Same in the press box. Done that before.
A rocket just fouled by Nelly Cruz. LA led 1-0 into the bottom of the 5th. The Rangers tied it. Took the lead on Morland's second homer in the 7th. Then the Angels 2 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th.
Making the call. Okay, you're on record.
I'm saving mine for if somebody gets on base.
Yeah, I think Nelly's going to get on base right here with a walk.
Can't control when you feel it. When you feel it, you feel it. Only 1 call per game. That's the rules. (3-2) to Cruz. Got it in on, and it's a fly ball to center. Dana Larson is standing by. Hello, Dana.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Tom. It's a great night to be heading into the clubhouse. You won't want to miss what Josh Hamilton has to say about his first action in nearly a month. Mitch Morland on his multi-homer game. Also an update on the Rays and the Yankees, who will have a late night in Boston. Mark McLemore will join me to answer your Ask the Analyst questions. All that and much more coming up right after the game on Rangers Live, guys.
Thank you, Dana. Pleasure to be working with you all year. Dave Barnett scheduled to be in the booth the next 2 nights, or 1 night, 1 day, actually. And Tom, just in case the Rangers don't pull off this rally, obviously, thank you, sir, for once again making this so fun and so easy up here.
Likewise, Josh. I'll see you out in the stands for the playoffs.
Yep. Bring your claw, bring your antlers.
Well, we've got antlers here now.
I'm going to try to sit in front of you with a huge hat. No, thank you, buddy. It's been great as usual.
Thank you. Same here.
And thanks to our entire production crew. Makes it a lot easier for everybody. Kinsler with a foul. And again, the broadcast in the capable hands of Mr. Barnett starting tomorrow. And then don't forget to be watching the Rangers on TV on TBS starting on Wednesday. TBS has that first round of the playoffs. I'm not sure which announcing team will be assigned yet. But give those guys a fair shake. And if you don't like them, turn them down and turn up Eric.
Oh, watch out.
Kinsler is hit. And the Angels do that a lot, it seems, with Kinsler. Now, they don't want the tying man coming to the plate, but Kinsler still doesn't like getting hit near the neck.
No, not when it's coming 95 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't think Cashmere was throwing at anybody yesterday, but he threw a ball behind Ian. You know, sometimes you just get hit, but when you're the hitter, you're not thinking whether it was intent or not. You just see the ball up near your head, and it's coming 95 miles an hour, and it drills you right in the shoulder, and it hurts like crazy.
Got him right in the K in Kinsler there.
Yeah, you're just not feeling too good about it.
All right, well, I'm already kind of half on record saying if somebody gets on, why not a 3-homer game for Mitch Morland?
Well, he's had some good swings tonight against a great pitcher.
I mean, then he's got to play in game 1, right? Take strike 1.
Ooh, that might have been his pitch right there. Weaver doesn't throw a lot of pitches near the middle of the plate. He threw at least a couple of them tonight. 2 of them were to Mitch, and he took advantage of both of them.
4 home runs in the last 3 starts for Mitch Morland, including the 2 tonight. Off of Weaver in the 5th and then in the 7th. The first one straight away center. Then the other one yanked out of here to right.
As soon as Mitch made contact with those, I think Jared knew those balls were out of the ballpark. He didn't even bother to watch the ball. He could tell by the way the contact was made what the result was going to be.
You got one 17th round draft pick trying to pick up another 17th round draft pick here. Morland at the plate and Kinsler on base. In a 4-2 game. Outside, Benji Molina would be next. Kinsler paces off the lead. There he goes. Morland hammers it just foul.
From a changeup, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mitch hung in there pretty well with it.
Quick update: the Yankees and Red Sox have been postponed. They'll have to go day-night tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be fun.
The Royals got a 2-hitter from Bruce Chen and beat Tampa Bay 7-0. On 3-2, Kinsler not being held on. He's motoring. It is ball 4 to Morland, and Molina, the winning run coming up.
Another good at bat for Mitch tonight. He's lined out, hit 2 home runs, and now he's worked a walk. Team down by a couple of runs, puts 2 men out here in the 9th inning. Rodney's struggling a little bit with his command. Here, scouts talk about pitchers. Some they'll talk about as being effortless, free, easy delivery. Some they'll talk about as maximum effort kind of guys. That's Rodney. He doesn't leave anything out there except maximum effort on the mound. You can tell by the way he falls off the mound. He puts everything he's got into every pitch. Fastball in the mid-90s and a real tough changeup, too. He's gotten himself into a little bit of a jam right here.
Well, Benji Molina has been a part of some fun Ranger stuff already. Had that cycle in Boston. Going to be a part of this. All the last at-bat heroics. Just one out. Outside to Molina. Don't think there's any action in that Angel bullpen. Outside corner now, 1-1. Only 2 homers as a Ranger for Molina.
That one he hit in Boston was worth a lot.
Near third. Off the ground. Morland racing to third base, which is uncovered. Kinsler has scored. Molina will be pinch run for. Herman is coming on. Benji Molina gets credit for a hit. It is now 4-3, and the walk-off possibility is here.
But Molina's ball goes off Callaspo's glove, not too far into the outfield. Ian's going to score easily, but the shortstop had to go get it. Callaspo chases it, and with no one covering third, Moreland comes all the way around easily into third base. If someone had gotten to third base to cover third base, maybe the pitcher, then Morland has to stay at second. Now he can score on a sacrifice fly.
Julio Bourbon, the batter. He hasn't homered since the middle of June. More likely to slash one somewhere right here. Real good speed at first with Herman. Morland, the tying man at third. Into the air and caught it short. It'll be left to Elvis Andrus now. Now, Elvis, most of the year, has been the best in the American League with runners in scoring position and 2 out. If he can pick up this runner from third, and the Rangers will at least have that tie in the bottom of the ninth.
He ran that mid-90s fastball right in on the fist. Jammed him. Rodney bounces that changeup, or his fastball for that matter. He's done that a couple of times. Get a wild pitch. Pressure's on Mathis to block it.
Herman paces off that lead. Elvis Andrus takes 2 high. Boy, back to the screen would have been interesting.
Yeah, it's not that easy to catch a ball going 97 miles an hour when it's that high. And that ball wouldn't have bounced back off the wall because it would have hit halfway up on the screen.
Rodney has thrown 4 wild pitches this year. Number 5, assumably, would tie this game. Outside, that home run from Rivera in the top of the inning, giving the Angels a breathing room they may need to pull this off. But Elvis trying to keep it alive. Michael Young would bat next. Herman is frozen, and they're going to check out the runner off third. Can he come home? Here he comes. Wide throw. A busted play. Scores it. We're tied.
They're trying to figure out what happened. Well, they picked him off first. Rodney was well aware of what could happen. He looked at one, he looked at the other. He made the throw. He didn't know who to throw it to. And then the throw home from Rivera was wide, and Moreland scored. Wow.
Andrus can win it now. How about Moreland's game? 2 home runs, and will they give him a steal of home for that?
I think so.
That might be the all-time game right there.
And what a great job by once he got picked off by Herman. Poor Rodney didn't know which way to go. He faked to second, he faked to first, looked home. He was in a state of confusion.
It is ruled a double steal. Herman gets credit for stealing second, and Morland with 2 homers and a steal of home. 4-4, bottom 9.
Well, I don't know if I've seen a more confused player than Rodney, but he's in a tough situation. He knew exactly what the situation was. Man on third that might break, picked off runner that you were going to get in a rundown. He probably should have delivered the ball sooner and let one of the infielders decide what to do with it. But he did the best he could, and they still had a chance to get the guy at the plate, but Rivera's throw home was wide.
Herman is the winning run at second. That's the guy, remember, that invented the whole antlers craze. If you are moving with a great deal of speed, you run like a deer, and that's why we all flash those antlers. And he'll be moving if Michael Young hits one in the outfield here.
27 pitches. This will be 28th pitch for Rodney, who really kind of dug his own hole with a hit by pitch and then a walk after he got Cruz for the first out. Just out there rearing back, throwing it as hard as he can and hoping it goes over the plate right now.
The 1-0 pitch is high.
It's not going over the plate very often.
Still no action in that Angel bullpen. They're going to sink or swim here in the ninth with Rodney.
Yeah, this is his game. Weaver will not go to 14 and 12.
Young with a ground ball to short. You know where we're going to go?
Extra innings.
Extra innings. As Young rolls out on a 2-0 count. Mitch Morland's daring do has tied this game 4-4. We'll play the 10th when we come back on Fox Sports Southwest. Presented by Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. A wild way for the Rangers to tie that game. Mitch Morland. It looked like something out of, I don't know, about 10-year-old, 11-year-old Little League right there. Just scampered on in, basically jumped over the catcher, scored the run. And the Rangers and the Angels, stay up. Stay there. They're in the 10th inning.
Let's take another look at this play. And watch Rodney. He picks him off, looks to short. Looks home, looks to short, looks to first, looks home, throws to first. Too late. Bad throw. Rangers tie it.
It's unlikely, but it counts. And now the top of the order for the Angels against Matt Harrison. He becomes the 6th Ranger pitcher tonight. Bunting foul. This game was Hunter, then Nippert, Kirkman, Ogando, Lowe, and Harrison. Taylor Teagarden now the catcher. Benji Molina hit that smash to really get that inning ignited. And then they pinch ran Herman for Molina. It was Herman getting picked off that essentially saved the game.
Yeah, when no one was able to get to third base to cover, Morland took third on that ball that was just a little bit behind third base. That certainly helped. That set up the first and third play.
Alert base running, then some daring base running. Borges now going to plop one into center field, and he's a guy with speed. Takes a big turn. And here come the Angels.
They had him 0-2. Threw another off-speed pitch, and Borges waited on it and took the ball to center field. Pretty good pitch, too. Down and away. It's actually better than the changeup he threw on the second pitch. Hit it right off the end of the bat. Stayed with it, though, and lined it into center field. Now you've got a fast runner at first base.
And a good buncher up there at the plate, Myceres Torres.
And a guy that can handle the bat if they wanted to do a little hit and run, too.
Showing the bunt, taking a strike. You like the fact tag that the Rangers will have 3, 4, 5 in the order coming up in the bottom of the 10th. Just got to hold him here on the top. Could be at another one-run game for these Angels. We mentioned the last 4 weeks, half the games they've played have been one-run games. Harrison deals and missing in. Again, that 9th inning rally starting with Ian Kinsler getting hit. And the walk to Morland. The smash by Molina off the glove of Kai Ospo. And as you mentioned, Tom, one of the key plays, Morland taking third base when it was uncovered. Then the Rangers picked up Bourbon, who popped out. Andrews worked the walk. And during that at bat, that's when Morland came in to score. Fly ball towards the line and right. And yes, sir, Nelly Cruz has the room. Jeff Mathis will bat for the first time. Mathis was great back in April. He's hitting about .330 in April. He's hit about .165 since then. Again, Harrison concerned with Borges. Wave and a miss. Rich Thompson has gotten up in the Angel bullpen. No way Rodney comes out there for the 10th. He exhausted himself in the 9th. Four runs, 9 hits for the Angels, 4 runs on 7 for the Rangers. They needed those 2 in the 9th to tie it. A bunt from Mathis surprising everybody. And he's going to beat this thing out. The catcher drops it down.
Used to see Gerald Laird do that a lot.
Yes, we did. Harrison has thrown 9 pitches. 8 of them have been strikes, but he's dealing with 2 on, 1 out.
That was a pretty good idea by Mathis. He had swung and missed. A guy who's probably a little more known for his defense. Takes advantage of Michael being way back at third base and drops it down and gets himself a base hit.
Now Tory Hunter, who does have a home run tonight, but Hunter also this year has been banging into a lot of double plays. Didn't miss by much, but it is 1-0 to Hunter. Rangers, by the way, 11-5 in extra innings this year. Their 17th extra inning game. Hunter, a fly ball to right. Nelly Cruz going back at the track, at the wall, makes the catch. Borges tags and goes to third. But now 2 out in the inning. And Mark Trumbo, one of their big-time power prospects, coming up. Trumbo, a 36-homer season in AAA. And so far in the big leagues, 10 at-bats, he has struck out in 7 of the 10.
And Trumbo was a high school sign who had a big first rookie league season and then had to play A-ball 3 straight years. Went to the Midwest League twice, went to the California League. Then he started to make some progress at AA, had a big year at AAA, and here he is in the big leagues. Just goes to show you, it doesn't happen overnight for most young players. He served his time in the minor leagues, but it's gotten better and better.
I'm rooting for him to make it only because of the name. Just sounds like a power hitter, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does.
Trumbo.
It doesn't sound like a middle infielder.
No. Though ironically, he came on and pinch ran to get in this ball game in the first place. A strike. And Trumbo, who grew up not too far from where the Angels play in Southern California, trying to unlock a 4-4 tie here in the 10th. Harrison gets ahead. High fly ball left field. The Rangers will look to win it in walk-off style in the bottom of the 10th here in Arlington. Rangers, of course, gearing up to take on either the Tampa Bay Rays or the New York Yankees starting Wednesday. Their first playoff game in 11 years. And it's fun to be playing in games like this one to get you ready, I guess. This game doesn't mean anything in terms of the standings or anything, but it's tense. It's down to the wire. Rich Thompson, the native Australian, will come in now and face Jeff Francoeur. Then the former Angel Vlad Guerrero. Texas needing a 2-run bottom of the 9th to tie it. They got it. First one's popped foul by Francoeur, who did not start the game tonight. That, of course, was Josh Hamilton. And if you're just joining us, Josh was put to the test right away out there in the outfield. Had to dive for one. And he emerged okay. At the plate, 0 for 3, but looked okay swinging the bat. Francoeur holds up. If he gets on, you are not going to see Vlad Guerrero bunt. I will guarantee you that.
I think if Vladdy bunted, you could officially say I've seen everything now.
Well, this is Vladdy's 2000th Major League game. Number of sack bunts is 0. And in the minor leagues, he had 1 when he was 17 years old.
That must have been before they knew who he was.
Yeah, it was his very first year in the business. 16 turning 17. High fly ball left center. Borges makes the call and the catch. We'll see if Vladdy can hit one a little bit farther than that. End the game with some fireworks to get the Rangers on the fireworks show.
I vote for that.
The last half inning started with a fly ball to center field. The Rangers ended up scoring soon after. The batting average right now, right at 300. That's the other thing a homer would accomplish here. Keep him above 300. Well, the Rangers have had last at bat wins the last couple of nights. A weird walk-off strikeout on Wednesday. Their last at bat was in the 8th inning in yesterday's game, and Vladdy essentially won it with a single. Cruz to follow, another home run candidate, and he's the guy that's been at the plate when the Rangers have won in their last at bat the most often this year. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Going for win number 90. Big rip. It's 2-2. You know, Vladdy's been in the American League now, Tom, 7 years. He's been in the playoffs 6 of those 7. 5 out of 6 with these Angels, and now he's 1 for 1 as a Ranger. He almost swung at that, but then realized it was way too far out in front.
And Mathis, if that was strike 3, had done a great job to block that pitch. He used his arm, his hand. Put everything he had down to try to block it, and did it.
Three-two pitch. We'll do it again. That pitch riding in on Vlad, and he's able to make some contact. Next home run for Vladdy is number 30. That would be his 9th 30 home run season in his career. On the ground, slowly to short. Romine fires. It will bring up Mr. Walkoff himself, the man with the boomstick, Mr. Nelson Cruz. He doesn't have a hit yet tonight. Outfield a couple steps back. Ooh, look out. Ed Rapuano got clocked with that one. Mathis just kind of waved at it. Rapuano says, I'm fine, I'm fine. Trying to shake it off. Wow. Bounced right up and hit him.
Yeah, the ball hit right on the front of the plate. It hit the edge of the plate and came up. There's nothing Mathis could do. And I think he was surprised that that ball came up like that. I'll show you how hard that ball can hit, even with a mask on.
Yeah.
The little thing hangs down below the chin of the mask to keep the ball from going up and hitting you in the throat.
Pegged off the glove of the shortstop Romine. And Kinsler will have a chance to win it now.
That literally was a line drive that was too hot to handle. Romine got his glove on it, but it kicked off the side of it into left field for a hit. One Nelly, I'm sure, was thinking, boy, I wish I got that one up in the air a little bit. I think Romine got high enough to catch it. It just hit the side of his glove.
And it goes as a hit for Cruz. And Al Kinsler was hit by a pitch, remember, last inning. Well, and the Claw and Antler Society might get a little bit of both right here. Kinsler can hit one in the alley. That would be the Claw. That would be your hit. And see if Nelly Cruz can frolic like a deer, come all the way around and in. And his antlers all the way around, and a 5-4 win at that point. Otherwise, it may be off to the 11th, delaying the fireworks show tonight. Getting away, Nelson Cruz takes off, and he's into second now. Just a little base hit to the outfield somewhere wins it.
Outfielders will have to move in just a few steps, anticipating a base hit, the possibility of throwing that winning run out of the plate. Means a ball over their heads might have a better chance of falling in as well. Hunter's pretty shallow in right field. Borges pretty shallow in center field. Well, it's not quite so shallow in left.
Up and in. And if Kinsler reaches, incredibly, it would come right around to Morland again. He's been the man of the night.
He's had good at bats all night long.
Cruz, the winning run. Good take right there from Kinsler. Three balls, one strike. We are 4-4 in the bottom of the 10th. Inside corner, 3-2.
Ian's really close to the plate.
Right, so he can kind of jump back a little bit, and it still might be a strike, and it was.
That was a strike, according to our trapper. It looked like one when he watched it go by the hitter.
To Kinsler, 3-2, and Ian grounds it just foul down near third. Had Cayaspo hugging the line anyway. Rangers and Angels again tomorrow night. C.J. Wilson against Irvin Santana. The 3-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. And we will play the 11th here in Arlington. Ed Rappiano says that's got the inside edge. Extra innings presented by Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. Here we go to the 11th tonight. Big crowd awaiting the fireworks show. They will wait a little longer. Rangers tied it with 2 in the 9th. And got the winning man to second base in the 10th. But here we are in the 11th. It is Matt Harrison to Cayaspo. On the ground to short for Andrews. Patiently waiting for it. He'll be careful with the next guy. Juan Rivera homered in the 9th. That gave the Angels that 2-run cushion. They ended up needing that. Now the Braves have lost to the Phillies 11-5 at home. The Padres lead the Giants 4-0 in the 3rd. They really needed that. So the Padres could get back to within 1 in the wild card and get to within 2 in the NL West.
So the Padres then don't have to just beat the Giants. They could catch the Braves for the wild card.
That looks even more realistic right now when you think about it. 1 game back of the Braves and 2 games back of the Giants. But and that's the last spot to be decided. The American League has been pretty much a done deal for a while now. A rocket from Rivera. He's done it again. Matt Harrison serves it up, and Juan Rivera, 2 homers his last 2 at-bats. It is 5-4.
Let's think about that one. That was a tee shot. Just kept rising.
Well, the Rangers put themselves in position again where they've got to come back. They've done it twice tonight. They're going to need to do it a 3rd time.
It's one of those balls that didn't tail down and away. It came back and caught the dreaded center square.
That guy was aggressive throwing it back. Here's Reggie Willis, who has never homered in the big leagues. Rivera had not had a multi-homer game all year, but now in the 9th and the 11th tonight he homers. Wow. '11th hit tonight for the Halos. Harrison, the 6th Ranger pitcher tonight. Fly ball towards center from Willits. There's out number 2. Well, it'll be put to Mitch Morland again, Tag, in the bottom of the 11th. He'll be leading off. Already has 2 home runs and a steal of home tonight.
Yeah, when people see that, Mitch Morland stole home to tie the game, they're going to wonder exactly how did that occur.
Well, Esteban Herman
got a tough one to explain.
It really is. Herman got picked off. It looked like the game was going to end right there. But Herman stayed in that hot box, confused Fernando Rodney. And Morland scampered in. Andrews with the backhand. Throws out Romine. So the Rangers looking now to tie it and or win it. Bottom 11. Seventh inning, the Rangers. And yeah, the rally caps are on again. They're down 5-4. And Mitch Morland is going to lead it off. He's already got a pair of homers tonight. Bobby Casaba comes out there. He's not allowed a home run yet this year in 14 games up here. Most of the year at AAA, ERA of about 4 1/3 there. And as he gears up, there's the pride of Amory, Mississippi. Mitch Morland stepping in there. Taylor Teagarden to bat next. And then Bourbon. This is the bottom third of the Ranger order. Rich Thompson stands to get the win with a Juan Rivera home run, putting the Angels on top. Rivera 2 home runs from the number 7 spot tonight. Morland 2 home runs from that same spot for the Rangers. Ooh, and Mitch goes ahead 2-0. Not even close, 3-0.
Well, the Rangers took advantage of Fernando Rodney's wildness back in the 9th inning. He hit a batter, he walked a couple of batters. Love to get that leadoff hitter on.
Taken all the way, 3-1.
Here's as a hitter, you zone in on a certain location. Where do you like it the best? Inside half of the plate, look for a fastball. Get it, swing. If not, take it. Still have another one left.
There's the walk. Tying man on, winning man up. Taylor Teagarden, and then Bourbon. Mike Butcher dispatched here. Oh, again, Morland, the only out tonight. He had a screaming line drive to center. Otherwise, 2 homers, 2 walks. Teagarden still lauded for his defense, but it's been a rough year for him at the plate. He's 11 for 70, striking out in half of his at-bats. But he does have 4 home runs. Kayaspo in on the grass, looking bunt. Taylor shows it already. Look out. Jeez. Did it hit him? It did. It's going to be 2 on and nobody out.
I don't know how it could have missed him. It almost did miss him. It looked like it was right at his shoulder. Tried to duck out of the way. Must have just gotten nicked by it. That pitch was really way inside.
And now you're looking to bunt with Bourbon here, right?
Yeah.
He closes his eyes and he gets the jersey crushed. Look at that.
Wow, what a shot.
Great camera work. Watch the jersey.
The bat out of the way. Gets his head out of the way. He just got caught by the jersey. And Mathis actually caught the ball, trying to indicate that it was a foul ball, but no way.
Mike Scioscia's on his way to the mound, and he's going to get Michael Kahn into the game.
That was a hit by pitch that got things going in the 9th for a 2-run rally.
Scioscia takes the ball. The fans will boo the delay. They want their walk-off win and their fireworks show.
The fireworks.
Well, maybe 1 bunt and 1 Elvis hit away from that. It's 5-4 Angels. We'll be back in just a moment. Last 3 innings, including in the top of the 11th, but now here in the bottom of the 11th with those rally caps maybe about to work. The Rangers have 2 on and nobody out. They'll try to make a loser out of Bobby Cassava. He is departed so that Michael Kahn can come on. But Kahn has neutralized righties in his brief, well, a couple of months in the big leagues. Righties are hitting 120 against him. First thing he's going to do is face the lefty who's going to be trying to bunt, you figure, Julio Bourbon. 43,149 at the ballpark tonight. Tomorrow night, 7:05 game. Sunday, the regular season finale, 2:05. TexasRangers.com to get your tickets. There's your tying man. That's Morland. Taylor Teagarden is the winning run. Bourbon, who really has bunted well the last couple of months. Not a lot of secret here. He pulls back, he chops it, and the racer's on to third base. Out at third base. Tried that butcher boy play.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
He did exactly what he tried to do. The third baseman charged, he chopped it over his head, and the shortstop made an incredible play. They had the wheel play on, it looked like, with the shortstop going over that way. Third baseman charging. Let's see if it's the wheel play. Yep, it's the wheel play. No, not really. It really wasn't the wheel play. Everybody stood their ground. But he shaded over toward third, and on the slowly hit chopper, he's not only able to catch it, but Romine beats Mitch Morland to the bag. What a play.
Boy, bang, bang over there, too. Lance Barksdale makes the call. Here's Elvis Andrus, 2 on, 1 out. And we mentioned against righties, Kahn has been terrific. So that last one just going to disappear on Elvis.
If that ball was a little bit more down the line, it goes right down the line for probably a run-scoring double.
Yep.
That was a great idea with the third baseman almost halfway to home plate.
Andrus all year so good with runners in scoring position, trying to cash in Teagarden off the second. Close. It's 2-1. Rip and a miss. Michael Young on deck. Oh, it's something to hit, but not easy to get. Elvis down on strikes, and it's up to Michael Young. Boy, Kevin Romine making that play to really change the complexion of this inning. Michael Young is due, Tag. You never see Michael Young go 0 for 6. Tonight he is 0 for 5.
The one thing that looks when you face Kahn is to try to go to right field. Don't try to pull the ball. And that should be right up Michael's alley. That's the way he hits anyway. He's trying to sink the ball, keep it away. And it's tough to pull the ball against a guy like that.
That's foul towards the Ranger dugout. Teagarden is the man you need to score. He's at second, and Bourbon with that great speed. Boy, if Michael can find an alley here, you like the Rangers' chances to win it. And again, the righties just have a tough time against this guy. It's 0-2.
It's tough to pick up. He has that pretty good slider. Throws pretty hard and keeps the ball down, keeps it away.
Down to their last strike. Jeff Francoeur on deck. Michael Kahn is ready. Michael Young will foul it off. It will either be a fireworks show starting soon to cheer up a deflated crowd, or the fireworks show will begin with everybody already going bananas. The 1-2. We will do it again. Michael Young poised to go to the playoffs for the first time. Trying to get the Rangers win number 90 tonight. Taken, and that's the end. Michael Kahn strikes out Michael Young, and the Angels, with 1 in the 11th, win it 5-4. The Rangers will not win the predicted 92. They can still win 91, and it's still been an unbelievable season. But a disappointing end to this one tonight. Again, the Angels take it in 11 by the final of 5-4. Dave Barnett will have the game for you tomorrow. That's a 7:05 first pitch tomorrow. He'll be with Tom Grieve. Will Dave? C.J. Wilson against Irvin Santana tomorrow. And again, your final here tonight, 5-4. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure this year. Next Rangers telecast on your screen. And a reminder, Rangers Live coming up right now with Dana and Mac. First, we'll leave you with our final take.